Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome into another Lorcana video over here on Friggin Nerds Media. I'm Friggin Nerd Mike, and today I'm going to be showing you a super spicy deck build here in Emerald and Sapphire, blue and green. I played this on stream with Mario last week. He has dubbed this the Baja Blast deck. It's a very fast, very aggressive deck. I'm trying to build out as many threats on the board as fast as I can without really paying too much attention to what the opponent is trying to do. So a lot of the cards in the deck are early drops that quest for quite a bit. So a 2-drop Aurora, questing for 2 with the potential to get a turn 3 Aurora down that gives ward to all of the rest of the characters on the board, which is very nice. We've got Jasmine coming in as a 3-drop that quests for 2. Phil is in the deck as well. I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep him in the deck. He has a really great support ability if I do want to challenge on the board. I find myself barely ever challenging because I'm mostly just racing. So I've seen Phil come up a few times, but he mostly becomes ink as soon as I see him fly up into my hand. Flounder, again, early threat, not too much special, just need a 1-drop to pop onto the board. Same with Duke of Whistleton, with 8 1-drops. I'm hoping to get one of them out onto the board early game on turn 1. We've got Flynn Rider, of course. We got the suite of green of emerald colors here. Everybody's playing, if you're playing green, everybody's playing Flynn, Cheshire Cat, and Cusco. Cusco is the MVP of the deck, becomes very handy against those pesky removal spells, and becomes an immediate threat as soon as he hits the board. Another early game threat on turn 4, we got Hans that comes in that can quest for 3. Jasper, if I end up in a slower type game, has come in handy as well to slow down the opponent a bit. Tinkerbell becomes a threat with her evasive ability. Most of the time, I see myself inking her as well, but if I do see that I'm in a slower matchup that I need to put a threat down that can't be interacted with in a challenge, Tinkerbell has come in handy. And of course, Mad Hatter. Don't often get that draw spell, or I get to draw a card whenever it gets challenged. But when he does get challenged and I get to draw, it feels really nice. But the key piece of the deck is this Eye of the Fates item. I have been very surprised of how much work it actually does. At 4 ink, I was a little bit skeptical about this deck actually flowing well. But at 4 ink, you're able to choose a character to quest for an extra lore each turn. So if I get 1 or 2 of these down on the board on turn 4, I find myself moving very quickly to that the finish line to close out the game. So Eye of the Fates has been a real great card. I only have 3. I may consider going up to 4 because it is inkable. So it does come in handy as extra ink sometimes as well. And then I do need a little bit of removal if they do put a big threat down. I see myself multiple times singing Let It Go to get rid of Elsa, which is coincidental. But a very great card in blue to be able to have some sort of removal spell. It does add that card to your opponent's inkwell instead of removing it from the game. That's the only downside, but it does give me a little bit of control of who's on the board, what threats do they put down, etc. And I've got 2 Develop Your Brain in the deck. That is in the deck just to be able to, draw some cards, draw a card, kind of thin out my variants there. This deck is pretty much a carbon copy of a deck that I saw on Twitter. I will link that in the description of this video. I probably am going to tweak it a little bit, but I have gone on quite a win streak with this deck in ranked play. It's currently winning 83% of the time. So definitely have been enjoying playing this deck, and I'm excited to show you guys how powerful this is. I've made this deck specifically for me to play at local tournaments when Penny and I go to tournaments. However, I think I'm probably gonna like smooth out this deck if I need to, and then hand it to Penny, because there's really not too much thinking or too much critical decisions that need to be made with this deck. It's just put down creatures or characters fast and quest for that lore, and you're good to go. So let's play a couple games here. I'm going to show you guys how this deck works. I already have a Duke. That's nice. Already have a Flynn. That's very nice. Probably gonna throw back the Let It Goes just to see if I can get something else, maybe a turn 3 play. And Cusco is always great on turn 5, so I'll throw back a Maleficent as well to see if I get a Cheshire Cat. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so got a good curve here. The opponent is playing silver or steel. I did not see what he discarded, so I'm not sure if he's what his other color is. Most of the time when I see steel, I also see amber. So planning on playing the amber steel song deck. So I am going to ink one of the Dukes, put that in the inkwell, and play out one of the Dukes and pass a turnover. Turn 2, I'll probably ink one of the Flynns and play the Flynn. And then we'll see what we draw to see if we have another inkable target for our Cheshire Cat on turn 3. Oh, Develop Your Brain is good. I'm going to just keep that in my hand for now, in case I need to card draw a little bit later. And I will discard a Flynn and play a Flynn and immediately get 1 lore. Now I know that Hook immediately takes out Duke on their next turn, but I also take out their Hook. And I get 1 lore out of it. And what I want to do with this deck is to just get to that 20 lore as fast as possible. So Captain Hook is a great turn 1 play for that Steel Song deck that I'm probably facing. But again, this is a lot of just kind of ignoring what your opponent does. Oh, they're playing Emerald. Okay, so Steel and Emerald. So they're going to be moving pretty quick as well. They're going to be moving pretty quick. Again, I've got the Cusco on turn 5, so I think I'm fine inking the Maleficent to get out a Cheshire Cat. And again, I'm going to quest here for an additional 3. So I'm up to 4 lore. I can't kill her Tinkerbell, but if they choose to come in with Captain Hook, I guess they could choose to come in on Flynn Rider. But his ability requires them to discard if they do that. So I'm going to make the opponent choose if they would like that decision made. I have lost. The 2 games that I've lost with this deck has been against a steel deck. Steel is just a very strong color to play in. And the Ruby and Amethyst deck. Ooh, Captain Hook. Evolving up. Okay. Shift up. So he's got a challenger plus 3. Definitely takes out Duke. No problem. Characters with cost 3 or less can't challenge this character. So I actually cannot come in and challenge the Hook. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. I think I want to be evasive in this matchup a little bit. So I may throw out this Tinkerbell. I still have this Develop Your Brain, which I would love to play, but I think I've got to just throw out the Tinkerbell to get evasive. And again, I'm just going to start questing with Cheshire Cat and Flynn and go up another 4. So they both quest for 2 each. So I'm already up to 8 on turn 3, or turn 4. I do not like that big Tinkerbell that I just saw that opponent put into their discard. There we go. So I'm going to definitely let it go on the big Tinkerbell. She does some work against this deck. Yep, so they got to discard a card. Bye-bye. The opponent's going to clear my board quite easily here. Kill the evasive threat. Makes sense. Now, do you want to attack Cheshire or you don't? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so do I want to ink? I think I want to stay pretty aggressive, so I'm going to ink the Develop Your Brain just because I have an Aurora turn 2. That may be the wrong decision. YouTube comments may start screaming at me. But I'm definitely letting Tinkerbell go. And I'm going to quest for 2 more. And now this is interesting because the opponent, he can easily kill Cheshire Cat, but his ability is basically, if you kill me, I also kill you. And so he has to make that choice. Is he willing to lose Captain Hook? The other thing too, any of these steel decks, they play a card called A Whole New World that we draw 7 new cards. I'm very excited when I play steel because I get 7 new cards when that happens as well. Everybody discards their hands and they draw 7 new cards. And, oh, they're playing Cusco. Great play. And the Duke. And they're questing. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to ink the Flounder and play the Cusco and anticipate that they have A Whole New World in their hand. They could sing A Whole New World with Cusco for free, get a whole new set of cards. I only lose this 2-drop Aurora, which I'm okay with. And I'm going to quest for 2. I can't attack with Cheshire Cat because he does 0 damage. But again, if they attack Cheshire Cat, I kill their character. They could do that with the Duke. I would assume they're going to have the Duke come in and take out Cheshire Cat. Not a huge loss for them to lose the Duke. There we go. Yep. Now, the question is, do they have A Whole New World? Because I would love them to play A Whole New World right now. Yep, they're going to quest for 3. Ooh, Mother Gothel's a terrible card for this deck. Against me. Because we cannot quest when Mother Gothel is exerted, is used. I love that card. I hate playing against it though. So I'm gonna play Cusco. And I think I want to keep Aurora in hand just to have another threat that comes in on my next turn. So I'm gonna quest here. I'm up to 15. So I am showing the win on the board. But it's going to be interesting if they quest with Gothel, which I'm sure they will. It's going to lock down my entire board until I can take her out. And I can't take her out next turn, unfortunately. So I at least am going to lose 1 whole turn of questing, which is terrible for this deck. And that's a great play as well. Okay, so I will remove their Captain Hook. That's okay. I'll take that trade. Okay, so they can go... Okay. Well, that does not help much. So they can go up 7. When I go in with Cusco, it's going to kill Cusco. So I'm basically, and I can't even kill Gothel on the next turn with both Aurora and Flounder out. But unfortunately, that's all I can do. Because they are completely locking me out here. So this is probably going to be a loss. Gothel won them the game. Gothel is an underrated card. If I don't have anything that can deal with Gothel, she pretty much runs the game. So they will go up to almost the win, 18. Jasmine does not do it. The only thing that would have helped there is a Let It Go, because I would have been able to immediately remove Gothel and then potentially take out... I couldn't even have taken out their Tinkerbell. Yeah, this is a great deck. I'll go ahead and just play out what I could do here. Sacrifice these two, and they still don't even kill her. Oh, that does kill her. Okay, that does kill her. So that's good. But they definitely get the win because they can go up by 7 on their next turn. That's all I can do. Pass the turn. GG, opponent. That's a solid deck. Boom. All right, so you witnessed a defeat here, unfortunately. And I had a good curve at the beginning, too, so that's quite surprising. But let's go back in with the Baja Blast.
Hey man, alternate timeline Mario here to interrupt for a second. Did I mention we have merch right now, man? Yes, you too can rock a fabulous Friggin Nerds Media shirt or mug or even fanny pack, man, by going over to frigginnerdsmedia.com/shop to get yourself some great nerdy swag, help support the channel, and look good doing so. Check it out right now, frigginnerdsmedia.com/shop. Back to the video.
That was a great the Gothel won them the game. I've considered adding Gothel into this deck. I forgot to mention this when I showed off the deck build. There are no cards in this deck that are over 5 ink to play. I'll throw back the Aurora and one of the Hans. I'll just keep the fill just in case I don't get another 2-drop. And see what I get back. Another Duke and a Flounder. So definitely low to the board here. Low to the ground. On plays. I also have found I have a better success rate if I am the first turn. If I get the first play, I feel like I'm in better shape than if I get the second. I'll ink a Flounder, play a Flounder, pass the turn. I'll probably ink another Flounder, play a Fill, and keep my second color in the dark. At least for one more turn. I missed what they inked again. I always miss that because I'm too busy trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Let's see what their... Oh, okay, so we're playing Amethyst. Playing Amethyst, turn 2 Magic Mirror. Still nothing on their board, which is great. Ink a Flounder. Play a Fill. Quest with Flounder. Pass the turn. Turn 3, I'll ink one of the Dukes. Play a Duke, unless I get a turn 3 play. All right, Amethyst. Now we'll see if we are playing Ruby against Amethyst Ruby. I have to be aware of their... Oh, it's Amethyst Steel. Interesting. All right. Well, we will play... Actually, you know, I may... So I've got 2 now Cuscos, which is great. I may do this and then play out 2 Dukes. They do have Grab Your Sword, which would be painful to all 3 of these folks. But we get at least 1 extra turn before they can play that. Because that's a 5 ink song. So they have to have 5 ink to be able to sing that. Are they going to put a character out onto the board? That's the question. Again, we're playing Steel. Steel's very popular. They've got Tinkerbell and they've got Whole New World. A lot of great cards in that. I'm going to get a Hans out on the board. And Quest for 3. Now Tink can slam into one of these guys if she would like. Let's see if we play Grab the Sword here to kill most of my board. No, we're going to play Tink. All right. That's good. So she's gonna be able to kill 2 of my folks here. Hans is gonna be the other target. No. Yeah, that was good. Good turn, Tinkerbell. Now she does have 3 health left, so that's interesting to note. I will ink the Jasmine to be able to get a Kuzco out. And I think I'm just going to quest with the Duke again. There's an option there to say let's hold off till we may get another threat, but because she's going to be able to ping Duke, kill Duke, and then probably ping the other Duke to kill it, or she may put 2 damage on Kuzco. But what it mainly does is it keeps them from questing, which is what I want. I do not want the opponent to quest. I want them to be in reactive mode. Take out my threats so I can keep questing. Another Tinkerbell. Getting rid of the Queen. They don't care about card draw. Are they going to do a whole new world? Tink could sing a whole new world here and get a whole fresh start. Nope. They're going to take out my Dukes. Kuzco? Are we going to hit Kuzco or kill Duke? Kill the Duke. Okay. So the Dukes and Flounder did some work. We're up to 7. I'm going to have double Kuzcos out next turn, which will be nice. Ooh, and a Let It Go. This is interesting because I could sing Let It Go with Kuzco to take out Tinkerbell. And then also play out Kuzco. And then just be top decking and hope that they play something like a whole new world. I think I like that to have the double Kuzco in play. So let's sing it with Kuzco, take out Tinkerbell, and then use our 5 ink to play out Kuzco. So we removed their Tink, and now we've got quite the board presence here. Not afraid of anything like Be Prepared. They could have 2 Grab Your Swords, which would be very painful. Oh, they have another Tink. Oh, man. And now she's going to kill that Kuzco and ping that other Kuzco. I walked right into that one. I can kill her Tink, though. Okay. That makes me feel better. Kuzco's other ability, No Touchy, is very nice. I had forgot about that. I wonder if the opponent forgot about that as well. Oh, and Maleficent in hand. Again, I'm hoping for them to have a whole new world because I would love a fresh set of cards in my hand here. I'm fine with them trading a Maleficent for Kuzco. Again, I'm questing for 3. I have not been able to show you guys the power of the Eye of the Fates, though, which I'm kind of bummed about. Let's see if they sing Friends from the Other Side. I see that combo a lot with Maleficent. Oh, they're going to draw. Okay. They're sitting pretty good at 4 ink. There's Friends from the Other Side, sung by Maleficent. Which is good because Kuzco would have survived anyway because he only has 1 damage on him. So that's fine. Oh, draw another card. Very great combo that we're seeing here. That's my turn. All right. Let's just keep getting those threats out. Gets a quest for 5 between Kuzco and Tinkerbell. And next turn I can quest for 7. But they probably won't allow that to happen because that, again, I'm putting the pressure on them now to say, I am showing the win on the board with you having 0 lore. So what will you do here? That is the question. You can see I only had 1 turn in both of these 2 games that I've played so far where I've done really any interaction with the opponent's table. Which feels good because you don't have to think too much. You just kind of just turn your card sideways to try to win. Oh, Elsa coming down. That's a problem. That is a problem. All right, so she froze Flynn and Tink. Oh, I see. Okay, that was smart. That was smart. So I cannot quest at all this turn. A flounder does not help too much, but it does get another body on the board. Because next turn, I will be able to quest. Unless they have a grab your sword, which would be very painful. I will be able to quest for 4 next turn. I don't have any need to ink Flounder since I'm top decking here. I don't have any cards that are above 5 ink. If I play Flounder, then both Flounder and Flynn die to grab your sword. Tinkerbell survives, though, with only 1 health. Do they quest with Elsa? Oh, I'm just going to keep the pressure on. I'm just going to keep the pressure on and pass it. Elsa's a very powerful card. The one game that I've lost against Ruby and Amethyst, they had 3 Elsas in a row. And they also had 3 Dragonfires in a row. So it was just like anything that I played for 6 turns straight, they were able to lock down, which was very frustrating. I am showing the win on the board, though. So they do have to smash. Okay. And then maybe sing grab your sword. Oh, they're drawing. Okay. All right. And then maybe sing grab your sword. Oh, they're attacking into Flynn. Okay. Discard a card. Eye of the Fates comes in a little too late here. We still have the opponent at 0 lore, though. So if they come back, they need a lot of stuff to come back here. So I'm going to go ahead and get Eye of the Fates out. Go ahead and have a little Flounder here, quest for 2, and get me a little bit closer to that finish line. Again, they're going to kill that Flounder, but I am going to stay aggressive in this matchup. Mainly because I don't really have any other choice. I could have killed their Maleficent, but what does that get me? I would still be at 15. I'm fine questing for 2 here. Putting a little bit more pressure on them. They do have to trade Maleficent. Oh, they sang with Maleficent. Okay, so they can give characters Rush. Broom is going to have Rush. This is good. Good combo here. So Broom will trade. Oh, they're putting Smash back in their deck. Okay, with the Broom. And Hook. All right, so they're getting a beefy board presence now. They can quest for 6. That is one good thing, is all 3 of these can only quest for 1. Okay. I'll take Hook out. That's fine. So they're going to get a little questing in. I am going to play Maleficent. So Maleficent quest for 4 total with Eye of Fates, which is great. They have to have some sort of removal spell, which is very nice. They are not playing red, so they don't have Dragonfire. They could do a Smash, which does 3. They could have Grab Your Sword, which only does 2 damage. Maleficent survives any of that. The only other thing that would be bad is if they have a second Elsa. If they have a second Elsa, they can make Maleficent come in, basically make her vulnerable for attacking. And I do not kill that other Elsa. I will kill anything else that attacks Maleficent, though. So if this other card is another Elsa, we're in trouble. And I'm just gonna give her one more fate or one more lore there because it's just fun. Please don't have another Elsa. Don't have another Elsa. That's the only way that they win, is if they have another Elsa. Oh, they're searching for it. They're searching for that other Elsa. Please don't have the other Elsa. Don't. How much is Elsa? Elsa is 8, so they can't play her. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We've got the victory here, guys, it looks like. Unless something crazy happens, we got it. There we go. They conceded. Let's go. Victory. Woohoo. 1-1 today. 1-1. All right, let's go. Let's go again. Baja Blast. So that was Steel and Amethyst. First game was Steel and Emerald. Emerald is a little bit aggressive, but Gothel is the only... If they did not have that Gothel on that turn, we would have won that game as well. Gothel was the MVP. No... Okay, there's... I was going to say no turn 1 plays, but we got the Duke. I'll put Maleficent back because, again, I have a Cusco. I'll put one of the Flynns back. And... I'll put a Jasper back. Jasper, again, is only in here in case I'm playing something a little bit more slow. But I want to be aggressive, so give me some good aggressive cards. Well, that's fine. Because I can ink one of the Tinkerbells to play the Duke. The Duke has arrived, everybody. The Duke of Weaseltown. Okay, so we're playing Sapphire. And that was an item bell. So are we playing an item build deck? I will be very excited if that's what we're playing, because I know how slow those decks are to set up, because I tried to build an item deck. Let's see. Do I want to develop my brain or ink it? I think I'm just going to ink develop your brain, because I like the rest of the curve that I have, though I don't have a turn 3 play. Let's see. I'd rather get Flynn out and then have Tink for an evasive threat in case I need it. My turn 3 may be very boring next turn, but we get one quest in there, and Flynn is ready to quest on turn 3. Hopefully I get something that costs 3 or less on this next one, and if I do, I'll ink the Tink. I cannot ink the double Cusco, but I don't know if I'd want to. Oh, is this a princess deck? Because that was a Moana. So that's Amber and Sapphire. Maybe some sort of princess theme in this deck. Penny tried to build something like that. We have the Steel Song deck, but it's kind of princess synergy also. So Moana allows you to ready up other princesses, which is nice. Simba comes out. Not a huge threat. All right, so I can't play anything on turn 3. That is really lame. But I guess I'll ink the... Let's see, what are we playing? We're playing Sapphire and Amber. So the only removal is Let It Go. So the ward isn't like too great here with Aurora. So I'm gonna ink Aurora and just quest, and unfortunately not play anything on turn 3, which feels terrible. But that's the way the draw happens every once in a while, the way the cookie crumbles. I do have a very strong turn 5, 6, and 7 that should close out the game pretty quick. Especially knowing that they don't have much removal spells other than Let It Go, which gives me ink, which I'm okay with. A Just in Time is good for them. Okay, they put out their own Aurora. So I can't interact with Simba, but not worried about that at all. They're ramping up with 1 jump ahead, and I get an Aurora back. Okay. But that Aurora is going to go right back in because I've got to play Tink this turn to get another body on the board. We'll give Flynn evasive, why not? And then we'll quest here for another 3. Now they'll probably send Aurora into Duke, or maybe Simba into Duke. Somebody is going to go into Duke because they probably don't want to attack the Flynn. If they do, that's fine. He'll die, but we'll trade a card. Tink will be able to quest next turn for another 2, and then again, I've got Cusco, double Cusco and Maleficent to hopefully close the game out pretty quick. It would be really nice if I could draw another an Eye of the Fates here. They're trying to develop their brain a little bit more. Get a good card in their hand. 3 ink is up. What can they use for 3? A Jasmine. This is definitely like there's a bell. This is definitely, they're trying to do a princess synergy with this deck. So Moana, Cinderella, Ariel is in this blue and amber. Jasmine, Aurora. There's a lot of princesses in this, and Moana helps out with a lot of them. Cinderella helps out with princesses as well. Okay, they're attacking Flynn. All right, get out of here. Discard that card. And they're letting the Duke live. All right, so Maleficent is great. She's a big body. Do I want a big body, or do I want the potential to draw a card? I think I want the potential to draw a card. So I'm going to ink Maleficent. Drawing cards seems fun, but doesn't matter. I'm going to play Cusco first. And I'm just going to quest here. Again, going up to 10. The other thing I've noticed too with this deck is the games don't last very long either. I'm either quickly getting to the finish, or I get to the point on like turn 7 or 8 where I'm toast, and I can see that I'm toast. And I very quickly get just dismantled. So the games end fairly quick with this deck. Oh, they're upgrading Jasmine. I actually haven't seen this upgrade yet. It heals, I think whenever she quests, it heals 3. Oh, she's not even upgrading it. She didn't shift Jasmine. They must not have something. Oh, they're going to sing Be Our Guest. Okay. With Jasmine, when she quests or comes into the battlefield, she removes 2 damage counters, which is nice. Oh, Prince Philip! There you go, Mario. One of Mario's favorites. They are not interacting with my threat on the table at all, which is a big mistake on their part, because I am dropping things to quest. Actually, I shouldn't have inked Jasmine. I don't know why I did that. I was too busy talking. I got distracted. But yeah, I am threatening them big time, showing the win on the table by +5. So they definitely have to interact next turn, or it's definitely game over for them. They can't remove Tinkerbell. They have no evasive characters. If they try to remove Cusco, I kill one of theirs. The Duke is expendable. We can remove the Duke. Mad Hatter, if they remove Mad Hatter... Oh, it doesn't matter. He's not exerted, so they can't. The only thing, I guess, Let It Go would kill Mad Hatter if they had that, but... This seems like a pretty good situation here. Okay. Did not kill Cusco with that. That killed Cusco. And yes, I will kill your Simba. Vengeance! Now they could kill Duke pretty easily. They're not going to, though, surprisingly. Put another bodyguard out. I don't care about your bodyguards. I'm not attacking into your characters, guy. I got a +6 lore on this next turn. And another Cusco. So they're just questing. All right. So let's show them the other Cusco. And let's quest for the victory again. Let's go. Very fast victory again. So fast, I'm going to play another game. I'm going to play another one. So right now I'm 2-1. Can we get to 3-1 with this deck? Can we get to 3-1 on this video? Again, it seems paramount to have a turn 1 play. Okay, I got Flounder. Feel good about that. Again, I'm going to put Jasper back. Both Jaspers back. Maleficent, because I've got Cusco on turn 5. And I've got a good 1, 2, 3 play. And let's play that out. Okay. All right. Great cards here. I don't think I need Develop Your Brain in this deck. I really don't. It's moved so fast that I feel like I'm never wanting to do that. I feel like that's wrong in some way, but I just don't. I'm not finding it very useful unless I get stuck late game. We got a Flounder versus Flounder matchup. Headlining WrestleMania. Okay, so we've got a blue and amber combination. Is this the same person? It is not. It's not the same person. I think I want to play... Aurora. So I will ink one of the Hatters. Probably should have inked Phil, but I don't know. Here we are. 1-1. Now this may be a pretty aggressive deck too. They've already went to Quest. Amber has a lot of aggressive cards in it. Great thing about this matchup, again, no removal except for Let It Go. So I'm able to play pretty much anything I want to. The opponent is thinking the same thing because I only have Let It Go as removal as well. But who can be faster? That's the question. Who has the faster deck? I've got a lot of confidence that that the Baja Blast deck may be the faster deck. But we'll see. We'll see. So we've got a Simba and Flounder versus Aurora and Flounder. Grandma Tala goes to the ink. Interesting that we did not get... Okay, we got an extra ink card there for Mickey Mouse. The only thing I'm scared of in this matchup, if they are ramping in blue, is the Bell card in Sapphire. They will be able to quest for 5. If they get up to 10 ink, they can quest for 5 a turn, just with Bell. Now the problem is, my deck is very fast. I don't know if they're going to get to be able to utilize that often. Yep. So they know I'm trying to be aggressive, and they're trying to be aggressive. So I'm going to ink the fill. Yeah, I'm going to ink the fill to play the cat. And I am going to quest for another 3. So I'm up to 4. Next turn, I will probably ink one of the Hans unless I have a better target. That's fine. Aurora, you did your job magically. That's fine. It slows them down from questing. I love that. A Grandma Tala comes down. Tie game. Tie game. It would have been nice to have Aurora still on the battlefield for this, but that's okay. I will keep her, though. Honestly, I may... Again, I don't know how much interaction they're going to have with me, so the ward isn't very necessary. And she only quests for 2, and everything else in my hand quests for 3. So I feel like the extra lore is more valuable. I'm going to drop a Hans and quest with the cat for 2. And they'll probably slam into the cat with Grandma Tala to get her into their inkwell. Grandma Tala, just like the Moana movie, spoiler alert, she will come back and be with you in your inkwell once she perishes. Rockstar Stitch is a great card for them. Makes me a little bit nervous only because we are close and it's a fairly good body, a 3/5. And they get to draw a lot of cards if they play a lot of 1 and 2 drop cards. So a Let It Go would be nice. I would love to let Stitch go. All right, that's fine. I will take out their Tala. Yep, she goes to the inkwell. They have 7. Getting close to that 10. Getting close to the 10. Let's see. Do I want to ink Hatter or Hans? I guess I want to ink Hans because Hatter gives me a bigger body and the potential to... I'm sorry, I want to play Hatter. The potential to get a card draw. So if I quest with Hans, they kill Hans somehow. But that's okay. I honestly, I don't care. I just want to quest. I just want to quest. Again, I don't want to think too much. Just turn the card sideways. So I am going to definitely play out... oh, wow. They're getting a board presence now. Getting that draw. Getting close to that 10. I have not seen any threat of Bell, though. So they can go up 8 on their next turn. Okay, so this may be a loss, guys. I may end the video on a loss, which is very sad. Because they had a nice combo with Stitch bringing in... with Hades bringing back Flounder to play Flounder to draw a card to get an extra card in their Inkwell. Is a nice little combo there. And I don't have much lead on them. And they can very quickly jump up past me on their next turn. But it is what it is. So I am going to play this. Do I have... I could kill Rockstar Stitch, which would then slow them down. Ooh, that's a solid play. I think I'm going to do that. It feels terrible because I don't get to draw a card. But Hatter survives. Why can't I challenge Rockstar Stitch? Oh, Bodyguard! Simba with a good Bodyguard move there. Ooh, all right. Well, that would bring him down to 7. Then they would have to potentially kill Hatter. If not, I would just kill him next turn. I mean, this is the only line I have here to potentially stay in this game. Bodyguard with a very clutch play there. So they could... so they're going to quest for 7 on this turn. Get up to 14. But 3 of that is from Stitch. Will they kill... Okay, give me to draw a card. I'm fine with that. Interesting. You can hear my brain ticking, can't you? I'm trying to figure out the best plays here. I definitely want to get rid of their Rockstar Stitch. Because that severely hampers how much they can quest with. And I think I want to hold this Cusco back to get him a little bit more defensive. They could quest for 4 next turn, go up to 17. But I could pretty much clear their board if I get the bodies out. 2, 3. All right, so I've got... Man, I really wish I had inked one more card to be able to play all 3 of these. But I didn't, so I'll just play the 2 big uns. Jasmine and Aurora. And keep the Duke. I may end up inking it, but I may want to play it depending on what I draw. So they can definitely go up. They'll probably try to kill Cusco, but I will kill one of their cards in return. I'm holding this Cusco back for a potential win. Because if I can slow them down enough... Phil isn't a huge threat at the moment. That's fine. Kill your Mickey. I'm trying to wiggle out of this, and I'm trying to wiggle out of this in a way that this deck is not supposed to wiggle. So they can win next turn. So I definitely have to interact with them. Okay. Definitely want to interact here. So they all can only quest for one, which is good. So I've got to take out, I've got to trade. I've got to trade here. I've got to trade here, right? Yes. And then trade for, or kill one of their Mickeys. And then I think I ink the Hatter and play out both the Duke and Cusco. Ugh, that feels terrible, but the Duke can kill Phil next turn. Jasmine can kill Mickey Mouse next turn. And I feel like I'm in a little bit better shape. It really... Another Phil? Okay. Okay. And I get an eye. And eye feels good for the comeback here. All right, so they can definitely quest with Phil for 1 to get up to 19. I kill the Phil. Depending on what they get next, determines the game. So Jasmine's gonna kill Mickey. Duke is gonna kill Phil. Jasmine still survives that, which is good. Duke on the defense kills Phil, and then I pass it. Oh, they got another creature, and it's an Aurora. And it's an Aurora that I can't interact with. The only thing that... So, oh, man. If I got a Let It Go there, I would have jumped out of my seat. There's not a line here because Aurora survives regardless. Aurora survives regardless. Yeah. Darn, man. I got so close. I got so close. I'll just kill your Phil. I'm so mad. So that was a... Man, that was a very close game. Let's get the eye to get Cusco an extra lore. Let's quest. Play out Flynn. Pass the turn. GG's to Tiff666 here. Great game. So I tried to wiggle. I tried to wiggle in a direction this deck doesn't wiggle. And you can see once it gets past like turn 6, 7, if there's some issues there, we tend to struggle a little bit. This deck, again, is wanting to move very fast, very quick. So a very spicy brew, though. Like, I really, really like this deck because normally I am able to just slam into things or slam into that lore counter very, very fast. We just had a couple weird matchups here. So we'll keep playing that Baja Blast deck. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I misplayed something, please let me know. Hit me up in the comments. I'm trying to get this deck tournament ready to try it out. So you guys have a great rest of the day. Stay freaking nerdy. We'll see you on the next one.